So I had my gun out and pointed the gun at him through the window, and he had no idea. And then I said, dude, if you ever knock on my door, do you see that over here? There's a barrel through the glass that I'm pointing at you right now. I thought you were trying to break into my house. I was about to light you up. Alright guys, in this video, the backstory is that we had a property that was mainly land, mobile home, and like a one-bedroom single family home. So, you know, in order to dispose this deal, I had to reach out to one of my Amish contacts. They love land, they love farming and developing things. So I was able to bring him onto the deal. But if you know this guy, his name is Jake. He's a little wild, he's crazy, and he's a hothead. And he was actually met with the sellers who were hotheads also. They were alleged KKK members. They like even had a cross that was laying there. You'll see in the video that was burnt and stuff. And you know, Jake and these homeowners started beefing because the day of closing, Jake came back to the house and he was like, if this thing ain't clean out in like 3 hours, I ain't closing. And then he came back and it wasn't cleaned out, and he said, I ain't closing, because those people had, I don't know, like 7 acres of land, so they were collecting cars and all these things. And I thought it was really funny, but those guys got so pissed they pulled a gun on him and they told him to get the hell out of there. So this dude called me and he's like, Ilya, you know, the closing's in a week, I need you to come there. And I said, yo, I'll try to make it over there, right? I'm like, you started this mess, I want you to finish it. So what happened is this guy shows up at my house, knocks on my door, 7 in the morning. I don't know who the hell's knocking. He was banging like it was a damn, you know, a burglar coming in there. So I had my gun out and pointed the gun at him through the window, and he had no idea. And then I said, dude, if you ever knock on my door, do you see that over here? There's a barrel through the glass that I'm pointing at you right now. I thought you were trying to break into my house. I was about to light you up. And he got scared, but you know, he begged me to go out there and help, which I did. I said, look, I'll go out there, we'll get this deal closed, and we'll get paid. I have a video next coming up. You'll see us doing the walkthroughs, walking the land, seeing all the stuff that was removed, all these junk cars. You actually will see the cross there. And actually Jake has a driver because he's Amish. He cannot have a car, so he's a driver. And that driver was strapped also, because these guys were like I said, well known. A lot of these guys went to jail and they were Klansmen, and I think they even had like guns and stuff like that at the day of the closing, you know. So to keep them protected and safe, just to make sure the transaction closes. And thank God I went there, because you'll see that they were like arguing back and forth at the closing, yeah, which was done virtually because this was during COVID, like peak of the COVID in April of 2020, and you know, notaries couldn't have more than a few people inside, so they had everybody outside. And you know, just being the middleman, being the wholesaler, and having the rapport with the seller and the buyer, you'll be able to control the conversation, you'll be able to control the transaction, and that is your job and that is your duty, to control the transaction and make sure that it closes. Because if I wasn't there, these two knuckleheads, these two families and two buyer and seller, they would have been arguing and fighting, right? And it's an ego thing, and I'm right, you're wrong type of thing. But for me, it's like, dude, I don't care who's right or wrong. You guys want to sell, he wants to buy, leave the differences aside, let's get this thing done. And that's what we did. So enjoy the show.
Oh, yeah, to be honest with you, it looks like the whole brand is doing pretty good right now, so, you know, I do agree.
This is Billy, he's a cool guy in the whole group here.
Okay.
I had a little shenanigan with the other boys, but I think
Yeah, look, they got to clear it out.
Yeah,
Get everything done. So I think these guys are great. They taking care of it.
They was busting their ass.
This was by far one of the craziest closings that I ever had. Literally to the last minute, they're fighting and arguing. Our end buyer, the sellers, our end buyer was like, man, these guys got guns everywhere. You better bring your guns just in case they go crazy. I mean, I protected myself. Of course, I had some stuff. I think I did a little overboard. I got another. So, good thing I was there. Was able to referee everything, right? Be the middleman and smooth everything out. And finally got it sold, got it signed, got our check. Everything's good to go. Yeah, baby.